Hello dear hiking and backpacking friends, I'm Hendrik and welcome to today's video. I want to take a look at the MSR Advanced Pro 2 tent today. I bought this tent from my own money and I don't have a relationship with MSR, so this is a completely independent, unsolicited review. The MSR Advanced Pro 2 is a tent made for alpinists and mountaineers with the help of Uli Steck. Uli really knew his gear and he paid a lot of attention to details, making kit as durable, light and easy to use as possible. So I expect this tent to live up very well to these kind of easy winter conditions like I have right here. This is a freestanding tent, which is pretty ideal because I'm standing here on a frozen lake, and if you've ever stood on a lake and tried to insert a pack into the ice, you know that it is a little bit of a hassle. You can do it with ice screws, but at around 30 to 50 euros a pop for an ice screw, that drives up the tent price quite rapidly if you need 4 or more pegs. I have never pitched this tent before, so that is where I'm going to start right now, and let's figure out if I can pitch this tent in one go or if I will make a couple of mistakes. Alright, let's pitch the tent and see if it goes easy. That are the Eastern Cyclone poles, 6 tent pegs and the tent. That is the tent pitched. Was pretty straightforward. Just slide the poles into the sleeves towards the back, put them into the metal grommets in the front, and then put the clips over here onto the poles to put the front up. Let's go and take a look inside. As this is a freestanding shelter, it's really easy to just move it around, and I don't even need to turn around the camera. Pretty nifty. The Advanced Pro 2 is advertised as a 2-person tent. Looking at the space available, I think it's going to be a very tight fit, and you probably should be close with your friend that you're going to share this tent with. I also imagine there's not going to be a lot of extra space for equipment like your backpack and other stuff, and I don't think that cooking inside of the tent is a good idea either, but without having tested that yet, I only can speculate about it. But let's inflate a mat that I took with me to see how spacious the tent is on the inside, and also let's take a look at the details of this tent. I now have one regular mattress inflated, and as you see, that fits quite nicely in there. And I have seen photos where 2 of these kind of regular thermarest mats fit in here head to toe, so you can sleep with 2 people in there. But then you really have super limited space for taking gear inside of the tent, and I think that is a little bit of a problem for me at least. But now I will take you inside the tent and we can have a look around there. It looks a little bit wider now because the wind is blowing in. That's actually giving us a good idea how this tent would look if the side guy lines over here and here are tied out. It looks a lot more spacious than just from the outside. As you see, there's no pockets over here, neither on this side, so there's no room for gear organizing, but there's a couple of fabric loops over here, 1 and 2, which you can use to put up lines to dry gear, and on the top you have 1 loop from where you can hang down a little lamp so you can illuminate your tent. Let's close the door to get an idea how it feels inside. So now we're completely enclosed, but to give you an idea about the window I talked about, this is probably how you would want to do it. In good weather you probably can have it more, in bad weather it's probably even smaller, just so that a little bit of airflow can come in and you can move the moisture that you breathe out during the night when you're sleeping in here out. Up here is the other mesh window for that. And that's the door open again. You can either store it like this over here, or you can roll it up and fold it up with this little cord lock. In case you're wondering why did I buy this tent, I own a couple of ultralight pyramid shelters that are like a fraction of the weight of these, but I wanted to have something that can be pitched without trekking or skiing poles, because I feel that sometimes it's easier to use dedicated poles like these, and I also really appreciated that there is the floor inside over here. Now of course it's quite easy to use a ground sheet with my floorless pyramid shelters, and that still would be a lot lighter than this, but I was just curious about this kind of tent, and from a design point of view these kind of Bibler style tents over here should be very able to cope with high winds and a lot of snow, because they have these very steep walls where the snow can just slide down. With my pyramid shelters the walls are a little bit more angled, so it's a lot easier for them to accumulate snow, and while they shed wind very well, I think this likely sheds it even better. However, this is all just speculation right now because I haven't used the tent yet, besides pitching it right here on the lake. But when I have used it more, I probably will do a follow-up video on it and share my experiences with this tent. Well, that was my first look and my first pitch of the MSR Advanced Pro 2. I'm pretty excited about this tent. I have a couple of very cool ideas for winter trips where I want to use this tent, and of course you can subscribe and follow along to see this tent in action. Hey, thanks for tuning in to my MSR Advanced Pro 2 tent video. If you enjoyed this video and you got some benefit out of it, leave me with a thumbs up. And if you want to follow along for more outdoor gear videos and trip reports, hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it to not miss any future videos. And as always, if you got questions, leave them in the comments and I will get back to you soon. Thanks for watching, and remember, it's always worth to go outside.